Welcome everybody to another episode, a super special episode of Indie Game Lab Studios. I'm Garth. I am the host, I guess, today. I'm here joined by Chris of Lazy Scrivener Games. Hey, thanks for joining us. And we will be playing Ether Duel today, which is... Oh, I just lost your video, Chris. It's all right. I'm going to cut back to the screen. So we're playing Ether Duel today. It's a worker placement tableau builder. So, and this, we were just discussing it here. This is like a... I know if you've watched a few of our videos, then you'll know that typically we play games that are, I don't know, sort of later or mid-development. But this one is sort of, we were just talking about, it's a little bit early in development. So this is a proper playtest. So... we're just going to be trying to break the game, so join us, won't you? Chris, why don't you kind of tell us about what this is, how to play?
Yeah, sure. So this is a worker placement tableau building game that kind of follows in the footsteps of a lot of CCG type games in terms of its general theme and mechanics. You play as greedy wizards who are unraveling the fabric of reality for their own benefit, attempting to control what little remains of this weakening universe. In terms of mechanics, basically the way every turn is going to go is there's going to be a beginning of turn phase. There's going to be a presence phase where you place your presence, aka workers, on a number of action spaces. Then there's going to be a dream phase where you buy cards from the dream pool and you place them in your tableau. And then finally there's a world phase where you're going to take the cards that you've bought and you're going to activate as many of them as you can or want to and apply the effects. Then there's cleanup, and then it goes back to start again. So that's basically how each round is going to go. Nice. I'll explain in a little more depth as we go.
Sounds good. See. Oh, I got your camera back. Hooray.
Excellent. and victory is achieved by getting control points equal to or greater than the total reality health, which starts at 60. Reality can take damage as the game progresses because you're unraveling the fabric of reality. Awesome. And if that score lowers, then you can win with less points. In any event, the round will finish out if somebody's score equals or exceeds that number. And then at the end of the round, whoever has the highest score will win. Tiebreaker is energy.
Brilliant. This seems like a fun game to check out. Oh, also, thank you to our players for joining us today. We've got Joe here. Thanks as Joe, of Indie Game Lab Studios himself. And who are our other players? I haven't met you guys yet.
I'm Dave, just one of the strays that has entered this Discord recently.
All right, excellent. Welcome to the Discord. Thanks for playing.
I'm John. Chris invited me from a different Discord server.
Hurrah! All right, well, let's play.
All right. So the first thing we're going to do is I've got 7 identity cards up here, which are 7 different characters you can play. They each have a unique ability, or one or more unique abilities. They also each come with a deck of 10 action cards and a deck of 30 dream cards. What's going to happen is after you all pick those, then the action cards for the characters you pick will get shuffled together into a combined action deck, and the dream cards will get shuffled together into a combined dream deck. And then those will be the pool that you play with throughout the course of the game.
Sweet.
So to kind of give a little highlight for anybody who is familiar with games such as Magic the Gathering, where you have the classic aggro combo control archetypes. Red in general as a color in this game is aggro, blue is combo, and yellow is control. So you can kind of see from either the color that they use or the combination of colors that they use what kind of gameplay style they're likely to have.
Sweet. I'm always a control player myself, so I would be grabbing that yellow.
Free for all, grabbing whatever we want?
Yeah, go for it. We don't need a specific order. Don't shuffle them together just yet because there's a little bit of setup that goes into it. But
Okay, we do have a control player. Yes. Who's picked yellow?
What's up?
Nice.
Dave, the control player. All right.
All right,
Um,
we're rooting for him.
Blue means you don't get to have fun. Or
All right.
yellow in this case.
Yellow in this case, but
Yes, yellow in this case. All right. So the next step is I'm gonna look at these action piles, and there are some cards that start out in play. I'm gonna pull those out. So this is from your deck. So that will start in play. Yours starts with this one. And the control player starts with. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong deck.
and this like little area in here is like basically the worker placement section. Is that true?
Precisely.
Okay, sweet.
Oh, and then the other thing you're going to want to do is pick a color and then take all the presence tokens, aka workers, for that color, which are up here.
Why don't we just take the color that matches our
Yep.
tabletop simulator color?
That'll work for everybody except Joe, but that's fine. So these are your presence tokens, and one way in which this is a little bit different from most worker placement games is some of these actions will have an icon in the top left corner as well as a corresponding color behind them, and those actions can only be used with the presence token that has the matching symbol on them. So, for example, this mobilize action, you have to use your red token to place a worker on there. The yellow and blue are no-goes; they're not allowed to go on there. A lot of them are neutral. They have this symbol on them. You can place any of them on there, but those ones with a specific color, you're going to have to use a specific color of presence token to get those. So now I'll shuffle together the rest and form the action deck. And this is where I get a little bit dicey because the number of actions that you start with in a 3-player game is a little high, and I wonder about that. But I will lock them out, and then I will stock them.
Right. So with 3 players, there's only 9 workers going to get placed and 14 spaces.
Correct.
Okay, that's a limit. Yeah, when we start getting into that third worker, there's probably going to be some
Yeah.
non-ideal placement, which I guess is what what we want, right?
Yeah. I think it might be good if there were honestly less spaces because the number gets a little overwhelming in 4+ player games, which is what I wanted to avoid for this. But
Yeah, right. Like having to look at everything, figure out where you want to go.
yep. And then here's the dream pool. All right. And then we should determine who goes first. So does anybody want to roll this die? Red got a 4.
Where's
5.
where's the art from?
And a 6. The art has been generated with Midjourney,
Sweet.
pretty much exclusively. I don't intend to use that in the final product,
Right.
but it does help a lot with prototyping.
Yeah.
There's really no way I can produce this much art
Right.
in like a short amount of time.
Yeah, that's the one thing, the AI art, I really like about it. Like, there's definitely some bad things about, people using it to like actually put artists out of work, but like it makes the prototyping a lot prettier because you can just easily generate a bunch of. I mean, not very easily, but you can, grab some art from the AI.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. So who rolled the 6? Whoever rolled the 6, they can take the start player token. I saw somebody roll a 6.
I think that was Dave.
No,
I'm
I
not
rolled a
sure.
5.
Oh, then it was
I did it.
Joe, first player.
So you get the first player token. And then we give out some energy based on whoever is not the first player. So the second player can take 1 energy of a color of their choice, and the third player can take 2 energy of colors of their choices. I would recommend looking at what's in the dream pool to kind of pick what you're going to use. But it looks like all 3 colors will be present in this game. Blue will be a little heavier, but
Yeah, only one thing that costs red over here. Cost is in the upper right. Is that
yes, the cost is in the upper right. That is true.
Cool. Ooh, 10. 10 blue. Chaos Worm.
That's right.
Seems ambitious.
So I'm the second player, so I take 2.
You take 1, and then the third player takes 3. So Dave 2. So Dave takes 2.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. So with that, we are pretty much ready to go. So every round, we flip up a new action card. That one is one that stocks 1 blue every turn, and any color can be used to acquire that. And then, then we trigger beginning of turn effects going through each player in order. So over here, you get a red or blue energy, your choice.
Or blue.
All right. And then you get a blue energy. And then you get a yellow energy. And then you would be allowed to spend 2 yellow to make all opponents lose 5 control, but they don't have any control. So that's probably not a good move. I don't feel like I'm spoiling anything saying that.
Oh man, no negative?
No. All right, and then we go around in order. So starting with Joe, you will place presents until nobody has presents left to place. And those go on these action cards over here. So there's 2 basic things you can do with these turns. You can accumulate energy, or you can use the action effects, which take place immediately.
Can you just briefly describe what we're doing? Are we taking the 3 different colored discs and putting them on one of these 15 cards and then doing some effect that's on that card?
Yeah, 100% correct. You will be taking your colored discs, placing them on these cards, and then you'll either, if there's an effect on it, you'll take the effect, and if it stocks energy, which are these colored gems, then you'll be taking energy from the card.
Got it, thanks.
And you are color limited in where you place based on the symbol on the top left. And you have 1 presence of each of those colors. Or symbols, I should say. So that's the inner color / symbol on your disc. The outer color represents your player color.
Can players share a spot?
No, if you take a spot, nobody else can place on it this turn.
Okay.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Arise.
You sure you want to do that? You can't actually take that effect right now.
Yeah. You have to pay. Is that control? That purple icon?
Yeah,
Okay.
the purple icon is control, so you have to pay X control to resurrect something, basically.
And if he goes to gather will, for instance, he gets both of those blue gems?
Correct. You get
Okay.
everything on the space when you put your marker on it.
If it's empty, what does it mean empty then? Empty.
So if you take them all, it'll get another 2 at the beginning of the next turn. But if you don't take them and nobody takes them, it'll get a third one. It won't start with
So depending on
4.
empty,
Here, here you go.
Winning, let's quit, so I can.
Well, then I guess I'll follow suit.
All right.
All right, and then we're back to Joe.
Any color. This?
Yeah, you can place any color on that, and there's a blue under it, so you get the blue.
I know what space I'd be going at.
It's a little inconvenient with the snap. Maybe I should remove the snap from the presence tokens. And then we are back to Joe.
Last worker. Take the
Take
first
the
player
first player token.
you already have it, but hey, it prevents
Right.
someone else from taking it.
That's true.
That's the space I would have gone. As soon
So
as
I
I.
can-
So,
Can I
2 of
spend
any energy.
spend 1, spend 2 to get 2?
You spend 2 energy of any types, and you will get another presence disc, which you can use starting next round.
Oh, presence disc. Okay.
Which is that still what you want to do?
Sure, yeah.
It's a whole
Which-
fourth
which-
worker.
Which kind of presence would you like to have?
I would like a blue one, please.
So we'll just duplicate that for you.
Thanks.
okay. So is it the top left corner that I'm looking at for the color?
Yes.
Okay.
And the backgrounds match too, but I realized that they were not very prominent, so I added those icons.
I'll go with that.
All right, so what will you discard?
Oh.
That one. That one.
That's a good way to mess with everyone else's plans.
All right. So
Control.
these slide down.
What is a minion?
There are 3 types of cards that you can acquire from the dream: minions, locations, and ideas. And minions and locations are mainly different in that minions and locations are different from ideas in that they have health. Ideas do not. You cannot damage an idea. But minions tend to exhaust to generate control points, whereas locations tend to be worth a static amount of control.
Okay, thanks.
All right, so now we enter everybody's placed. So we enter the dream phase, where Joe goes first and buys a single card if they are able to and want to do so.
So Joe has 4 blue.
And please let me know if you have any questions. One thing I'm seeing right now, this one has the orange symbol on it, +1 manifestation, which means that you can, starting immediately, buy +1 card per turn if you're able to afford it. So long as you have that in your control. This one has that symbol too. What'd you say?
Looking at the chaos worm.
Oh yeah, it's expensive.
Could save up for it.
I just want it more. I want my people to know that we're playing for the win.
Oh, that's the discard pile, my friend.
Oh fuck.
I made sure to get rid of that.
Yeah, nice.
All right, I don't want to buy anything. I'm saving up for a worm.
Save up for the worm. Okay. Bold move.
So you're aware there are more
I'm saving
worms,
up for the
but
worm,
the
too.
last 3 of these will disappear at the end of the round. So
Yeah, I'm gonna save up for a dragon then.
okay. All right, it's your turn.
Don't steal my strategy.
Wait, you're also saving up? Okay. So then it's Dave's turn if that's actually true.
No,
Wow.
I'm still thinking.
Uh,
I'm the red player.
Dave Spindley, drunken sailor.
I'll take the chant leader.
All right.
Hey,
Oh, you're doing that. Okay, cool.
Am I doing it correctly?
Yep. And
Okay.
then these refresh. So these slide down. We get another one.
Okay. Okay. Do 3 yellow. Yeah, 3 yellow to grab this thing.
Okay.
And where does this go? Just in front of me?
Yes.
Um,
And I would recommend ticking up your control meter to indicate that you have 2 control, just 'cause it's a little bit easier to
thank you, thank you.
track that way.
Yeah, I see.
All right. So that was everybody's buys. Nobody has extra buys, right? Nope.
We can only buy one at a time.
Oh wait, you just bought the Slumbertorium, so you can buy a second thing because it has +1 buy on it, basically.
I totally meant to combo that out.
nice.
Okay, then I'm gonna buy the idea finder.
Okay. Okay. So that's the end of the dream phase, and then we have the world phase, where we go through each player again, and you activate any cards you have in the world that is to say in front of you. So Joe has no cards, so cannot do anything during this phase. You get a blue, and then Dave can activate any of his cards that are capable of being activated.
Well, y'all don't have any control, so what's the point of doing this?
Not much unless you want to stall the game because it gives reality 2 health.
I mean, I'll wait to be mean. So do that to gain a control?
Yes,
Okay, so now I go to 3. No, I get it. I get it.
that's right. And this is 10, sorry. These are the kind that can be lost, the ones that aren't part of a card inherently. So,
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice.
all right. So that's the end of the world phase, and then we go to cleanup. So what happens during cleanup? Everybody takes back their presence tokens from the actions area. You untap/refresh all of your exhausted cards, and we cycle half the dream cards, so that Chaos Worm goes away.
Cool.
That worm.
Uh-oh, Joe. Time for a new strategy.
It's something bigger than a worm.
All right, something bigger. Let's see.
An even bigger, betterer worm.
Okay, something that costs 4. Oh, wait, here's something that costs 6 yellow.
And then we go to beginning of turn. We get a new action card, which accumulates yellow. We put out all the accumulated stuff. And then finally, you activate beginning of turn powers. So, Joe, you can take red or blue.
You're blue. So I'll take
All right. And then you get blue. And then you get yellow. And nobody else has any control, so you probably don't want to use the secondary ability.
Right.
Here, I'll just give you a yellow.
I appreciate it. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Is the player
and
order the same every turn?
it will be until somebody takes the start player token using Solaritus Resolve, which is one of the default actions.
Okay, thanks.
So Joe goes first.
Okay, 3 actions.
Rude.
Getting some yellows this time. 3 because it gathered. Hurrah.
Well, in that case,
All right, everyone got 3. Or no,
That's
there's
blatant.
only 2 at that.
Stealing my strategies. This is not good though. Hold on. Alright. We'll go with the one up here.
okay.
What is the beyond?
Oh, I'm sorry. I gave fancy names to everything. The Beyond is just a discard pile for the Dream.
Cool.
There's also a Void, which is effectively like out of play. There's no way to get it back, but I don't know if that'll come up in this game.
I'm gonna increase my presence.
All right.
Can I have a
Spend-
blue one, please?
Yes. Spend 2 energy of any variety. And there's your blue one.
Throw those away.
And it's back to Joe.
I will be right back.
No worries. Which cards would you like to get rid of?
Like this creepy little girl.
Just to hell with her on the general principles of the thing. There's some even more creepy children for you.
Perfect.
Yes. Oh. Oh,
So-
back to back?
If I mobilize, can I just immediately take both of those will callers? Is that how that works?
That is how that works.
Okay. But I don't have a red, so I can't do that.
Yeah, you would need a red presence and 2 red energy, but you do have the 2 red energy.
Yeah, but I don't have the red presence, alas.
Sorry about that. I had to grab sustenance for the child.
That makes sense. Children demand sustenance.
They do. Rude. I was gonna do that.
So did someone take Find Will last turn?
They must have. Yeah, they did. I remember.
Okay. I'll just take some more money.
Money, money. And then it is Dave's turn.
Cool.
Can't use the blue one right away.
Can't use the blue.
That is true. And if you want a better way to track that, you can always flip them down too.
No, good call, good call. Reset my camera. Uh,
What's going through your head? What are you thinking right now?
Well, what is this imbalance counter? Is that just on here? It's just a counter for this?
Yeah, it works. The way it works is it adds to the cost of it. That's its only effect. And I just have generic counters here for that purpose.
Okay. That one.
Boom.
Can't do anything with it, but going with it.
You don't have yellow to pay.
Correct.
So the intent of that is that you can't take that if you can't pay for it.
Oh, okay, fine. Then I'll just get some more will from here.
All right.
So you can't block people that way?
That's not currently the intent. I have never seen someone try to use it that way.
Well, I'm the last player anyway, so it would, I
Yeah.
wasn't really blocking anybody.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I have one more action that I can use, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Since I
It's
got
not
one.
yellow though, so don't worry.
Yeah. I would never. Let's see. I'll take the first player token.
All right. So that goes to you. So now, and this is the thing that trips people up occasionally. Now that we're entering the dream phase, you will immediately go first because you now have the first player token.
Gotta.
Sweet.
Does that mean I'm second this time around?
Is that Dave? Then yes.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. I will purchase the Shamanic Charismatist.
All right.
That thing to go away.
Cool. And you're out of buys, so it goes to Dave.
I'm going to spend 1 to get this in.
Oh, do you want to see what comes out first, actually?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right.
I don't
That's
think
fair.
I will.
Let me put more things out.
Worm.
I'm making rash decisions.
And you, I think, have another buy because you have the Slumbertorium.
And
Yes.
that one gives you one too.
And the Dream Hoarder.
Yeah.
So you can actually buy 3 things.
Yeah, but did Joe go yet?
You get to do all your buys in a row.
Oh, well then. 2 for the will caller.
And will you buy another thing?
Oh, sorry, that was only 1 for the will caller. My bad. And I'll get a nascent hero. Why not?
All right.
Sweet.
And I think you're out of buys now, unless you got more somewhere in there.
Nascent Hero comes with one too.
Oh yeah, you can buy another thing if you can afford it.
Oh, hang on, buddy. Hey, why not? Another will caller.
All right.
I mean, yeah, pay 1 to just get 2 for the rest of the game.
Hey, look, Joe, the worm is back.
No.
All right. And Joe, you did your 1 buy, right? So then we go to the world phase, and John can activate permanents.
All right. I'll get blue, blue, and red, red.
All right. And then we go to Dave.
All right. Well,
You've got some things to do over here.
I have some things to do. I will hit both of the will callers for blue. Oh, that's a flip, not a tap.
So you get 4 blue.
4 blue.
Here, I'll give them to you.
Thank you. The Dream Hoarder for some control.
All right. 1.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know. Oh, my buddy. I'll tap her for some more control. Tap her for some more control.
So that's 2 more, right?
Yep.
And
I'm not gonna do that yet.
okay,
I want
right,
it to be damaging.
that's fair. All right, then we go to cleanup. So take back your presents. We cycle the oldest 3.
This seems like it ramps up quickly. Like,
It certainly does.
yeah, like I see Dave next turn. I don't know, ending with. I mean, maybe even getting a worm. I don't know.
So let me put out energy, and then we are good to go.
Remind me what the minion health is for.
There are things that do damage to minions. If you do
Okay.
damage to a minion equal to its health over the course of a turn, then it goes into the beyond.
Okay, we just haven't seen anything that does that yet.
No, I don't know if any of the decks that we currently have shuffled together do any damage, to be honest.
Oh, I'm gonna wreck something.
All right, so then we go to presents again.
Alright, so I'm first player now. So I'm gonna figure out what I want to do.
Oh, I'm sorry, beginning of turn. So take your energy, your free energy.
Oh, yeah.
Are there any cards other than the starting things that have start of turn effects?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, there are. Not usually the energy ones are exhaust to get energy, but there are beginning of turn effects. I don't see any out right now,
Yeah.
but if you notice one that I'm missing, then
No, I don't see one yet.
okay. So now we go to presents, and John goes first.
Alright, just because it seems like it would be fun, I'm gonna mobilize.
Nice.
All right.
So I can pay 2, and there's only 2 that fit the requirement: the Portal Smith and the Dream Mines. Is that
Okay.
right? Yeah, I can just take them.
But the Dream Mines are not a minion.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, I want to get my maximum value. So I will instead do.
I'll give you your red back.
Thanks. The thing where I get more.
More
presents on
workers.
the red worker, please.
Okay. Have a worker. And what are you going to pay for that? The red that you were going to spend?
Oh, I have to pay. No, I'll pay blue.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, over to Dave.
When I first saw this action thing, I'm like, oh, an extra worker for 2? That's insane deal. But now that I see that, like, there's some really powerful dream cards that only cost like 1 or 2 as well. So it's not necessarily as much of a slam dunk as I thought. Although having extra workers though, pretty solid.
I used to have it priced at 2. I started off at 2 per worker you currently have, and then I moved down to 1 per worker you currently have, and it was still overpriced, so I just went to 2.
Wow.
Because nobody wanted it at those prices. All right, whose turn is it? It is Dave's turn. Oh no, Dave placed, so it is Joe's turn.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted.
No
Trying to
worries.
keep you guys from having to hear baby noises.
All right, and then we're back to John.
All right, let's see what has happened. All right. Now I can do. Now there's 2 minions.
Yes. Now there's 2 that are cheap enough.
I'm gonna mobilize.
Great miscalculation on my part.
I'll get these 2 guys.
All right, so one of those has an on-manifest ability. So when you manifest this minion, well, first let's replace them, because that happens first. But when you manifest this minion, reveal cards from the top of the dream deck until you reveal a minion. Place that minion under Dream Claimer. Treat that minion as being in the dream, but only you may manifest it.
Oh.
And it doesn't say what to do with the remaining cards, but they should be shuffled and put on the bottom. So this is underneath this card, and only you can take it.
Got it.
You still have to pay for it, though, if you get it.
Yep. It's in my dreamscape.
Here, I'll like put a marker on it or something,
Yeah.
since we're gonna leave it out.
I'm gonna try to also use like one row for the things that I actually have, and then a different row for things I don't actually have.
That makes sense. I think it's Dave's turn. Yeah.
Okay. Gonna gather some order.
This thing.
Okay, yellow, yellow. All right. So you get to look through the action deck and pick something from it, and then use it immediately without spending the presents that you would normally have to place.
What's search?
Right click search. I don't think there's a shortcut.
Can't right click search. Anybody else right click search?
Can you not do it? Is that because I need to promote people or something? Somebody's doing it.
I get nothing when I right click on it. Pick it up.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you can always look at them manually too. We're gonna shuffle it afterwards. So
Yeah, there you go.
Get harder. Accumulates red.
It's a lot of choice. Look through the whole deck.
Oh, this is the one I want. I'm not even going to slow us down since we're on a timer. Yeah.
doing this, look at the top 6 cards of the dream deck. You may put any number of them into the dream, the rest in the bottom of the dream deck. Discard the else. Okay, so we're gonna look at the top 6 cards, and you can put as many of them in as you want.
They replace the ones that I want, or?
They replace the oldest ones. And I'll reshuffle this.
They're terrible.
Luck of the draw, I guess.
Put the order color. We'll make the cut. I'm a cult of hope. My people need that. Oh, an absolutely endless cycle of death. Or is that the discard again?
That's the discard again. I'm sorry.
Those are only 2 I want. I don't want creepy
Fair.
girls. That's
fair. All right, so those 2.
These 2 go, right?
Yep. So these other ones get shuffled, put on the bottom of the deck, and then we discard the oldest 2 and replace with these.
We needed some interns.
Yeah. Too bad.
Maybe.
Interns have been fired, unfortunately. Let's see. Whose turn is it now? It is John's turn.
All right. Just trying to figure out all the different things that there are. Okay.
This game does a good job of cycling through the market pretty quick, which is nice.
Yeah, it's a balance, right? You want it to cycle quickly enough that there's always fresh choices, but you don't want people to be like, I can never get the thing that I saw.
Right, it's like gone already, yeah.
So if I'm the first player, can I take the first player token to maintain control?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to be able to pay costs on cards, but you can absolutely take that space if you're already the first player.
Gotcha. All right, that's combo time.
Ooh, all right, here we go.
I'm going to use my yellow control to place on Beyond Calling. I get anything from the Beyond that's 3 or less.
Correct.
And I want necromancy intern.
You just summoned a necromancy intern from the beyond.
Nice.
So does that trigger its ability or is manifest?
It certainly does.
Excellent. I'll get necromancy intern,
Triggers its ability.
and I'll get.
The combos.
Wow.
I had something in mind, but I forgot. I want it more. Where is it?
Yep, it's not limited to minions, so you can get one at more.
Cool.
And that's worth 2 control.
Yeah, this ramps quickly. I can see
Oh,
like, yeah, people gaining like 12 control this turn and then 60 next turn.
That is probably what will happen. All right, it is Dave's turn.
To select in here, right?
Yes.
Okay, I am gonna gather some will.
All right, back to Joe.
There's a lot of minions over here.
I don't have a lot of choices here.
Okay, so blue is combo, but it's also like necromancy. Like necromancy is the combo color. Is that the flavor?
To me, I feel like necromantic type effects are kind of a combo because you're like, I want to get something in the discard and then I want to fish it out of the discard. So it's more of a gameplay thing.
Mm-hmm.
There could definitely be blue cards in the future that are not necromancy, but
Got
the
okay.
dedicated combo character I have is a necromancer.
Got it.
Did Joe just go?
I did.
All right, it is John's turn.
I'll take 2 blue monies.
And Dave.
Okay. I think I can only do one thing, really. Actually, you know what? I'll do that thing. Take some red.
All right.
I need a little red in my life.
And then we have one more presence to place, right? Is this one?
That one's for next turn.
Yeah.
You just got that one? All right,
Yeah,
cool.
I flipped it face up, but I put it on the left side.
All right, then we go back to John, and it's Dream Phase.
So purchasing stuff.
Yes.
All right. Let's see.
And you have at least 2 buys here. 3.
Yeah.
3 buys.
Okay. I'll purchase the. Oh, Dream Mines is a location, not a minion. All right, let me just read my cards real quick.
Yeah, you've got a couple cards that ramp for the number of minions you have, I think, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna get
Yeah.
the order caller and see what comes up.
That's numero uno.
All right, I will pass.
All right, you don't want a second or third thing. All right.
Yeah, because I want to do something else with my
Ooh.
monies.
All right, Dave's turn.
All right.
I see something you might want to do.
I apologize for the possibility of a screaming child in a moment.
No worries.
All right, I'm gonna take the Dream Hoarder.
All right. How many buys do you have? You now
4
have
now, I think. 1,
plus 3.
3.
You have 5. Because you just bought another one. So let's put out another card. So you can buy 4 more things.
Okay. I'll take the Dream Mines.
All right. That's 2. And that gives another one, so you could really buy 4 more.
All these things with extra purchases.
Yeah, they get a little out of control once in a while. I might limit them more.
I don't know. Yeah, it's definitely explosive. Like,
The game is meant to be explosive.
yeah, I
It's meant
like
to be
it. Like, I
like an
can't.
absurd going off moment is what I want to
Right.
achieve every game.
It reminds me of Race Arcana a little bit.
Yeah.
That Cult of Hope.
All right, that's number 3.
Why do I have 2 control?
From your
Oh, want it more. Got
from
it.
Wanted More,
Thanks.
but you can't lose that because it's
I
part
think
of
I'm
a
gonna pass
card.
from there because I don't want to spend this energy yet.
Okay. All right, and then it's Joe's turn.
Dream big. You know that.
All right, okay, Joe. Here we go. You've got some catching up to do. I think both of your opponents are about to gain 28 to 36.
And then you can actually buy one more thing because you just
Control.
bought Dream Big. If you want to, Joe, you can buy one more thing.
I'm trying to see if there's anything that would possibly help me here. No, I'll wait for my worm.
Is the worm going to even
All right.
be there next time?
You guys are going to have 59 points each, and I'm going to whip out a worm and win this.
Yep.
All right, so then we go to the world phase, and this is where things are about to get kind of wacky. So it's John's turn.
I'll activate Nascent Hero.
Boom.
Oh man, how many minions do you have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you gain 28 control for six blue energy.
Seems like good value.
Hold on. Why?
This.
Am I doing something wrong? It should be 4 per minion you control. You're doing the 6 blue
Oh,
thing,
4
right?
per minion I control. As low as 1 per minion. Yeah. I'm using Want It More, so
Well, that does cost you your blue though.
yeah, I'm spending all my blue to do that. I wanted to chain it together with Want It More, so that's an additional.
Oh.
So it's 30. Is it 35?
So you gain an additional 7. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So that's 5, 6, 7. So yeah, you just have 35. I don't know what I'm doing.
Additionally, Shamanic Charismatist gives me 1 more.
Oh, yep.
All right, so Want It More has been used. I'll just tap it to indicate it's been used.
That makes sense.
All right, I'm just gonna tap all my other guys. So
And they each give you +1 from Shamanic Charismatist.
yeah, so they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So that's 15 more.
Not quite a one turn.
Not quite. And of course, I'll use Chant Leader to gain.
7 blue.
I guess I forgot I had Chant Leader, so I could have combined them with me. Yeah, 7 blue. I could have bought more stuff and then used a Chant Leader.
All right.
All
Here
right.
go, Dave.
Beat
All right,
that.
let's see if I can do this in the right order here. So first, Nascent Hero.
Okay.
Gonna spend 6. 4 per minion, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 28.
All right. So that's 28.
Plus additional from Cult of Hope.
Are you? Where's
Yeah,
Cult of Hope?
that's right, yeah. Okay.
So you get another 1. So I'll just give that to you.
Okay. Another 2 from here. Another 1 from there.
Okay.
Another 1 from there.
Okay.
Another 1 from there. Another 1 from there.
And then 1 extra for each of those taps from Cult of Hope.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 46.
And Cult of Hope counts itself, I believe. Yes.
7. So I go to 48.
Yep. Sounds right. And only.
28. So I need another 20.
All right.
No.
Yeah, I think that's right.
No, wait. I was at 34 with that, so I need 14 more.
Yep. I mean, really, you just have 2 that you can't lose because they're on the Slumbertorium, so the rest should be tokens.
Yep.
right.
Oh, and I don't think I tapped this will caller, so one more.
That's 2 more because of the Cult
Oh,
of Hope.
yeah.
It's a race.
And then, are you going to use Slumbertorium as well?
Why, yes, I am.
So
Everyone else loses too.
the winning score goes up to 62, and everybody else loses 2. So that's gotta split one of these. All right, and Joe cannot lose any because he does not have any. And then it is Joe's turn, I believe, unless you have more. That looks like 1 too many there, actually. Yeah. All right, Joe, what will you do?
Waiting to buy a worm.
You're waiting to buy a worm?
What can I do?
You can't.
It will possibly make any difference.
You can.
Joe has a
tap-
different goal than everyone else. His
That's
win
fair.
condition is buying a worm.
The thing he wants from reality is the dragon.
So here's the thing. I don't. I mean, do people mind if I give Joe advice at this point?
Go for it.
Why not?
So here's the thing, Joe. You can tap Idea Finder to buy a card from the Dream, and if you buy Endless Cycle of Death, you can get a worm every turn
Get a worm every turn.
What?
out of the
Very
discard.
What do I want to do then? Why didn't somebody say this earlier? Do I have to do it? I tap which one first?
This one lets you buy a card by tapping it, and then Endless Cycle of Death will, for 3, allow you to, at the beginning of each world phase, pull out a card from the discard. But it
That's
only
wrong.
lasts for 1 turn.
Pay for it now or no?
Yes. And you do have 3 because of that Dream Big. All right. All right, so we're done with that. So we clean up. So you take back your presents. These 3 go away.
Ooh, I like him.
It's a reality bouncer. Bounce you right out of reality.
Was he made of clouds?
He might be made of clouds. I might have used some weird prompts for this one. So yeah, take back your presence discs and refresh your cards, and then we go to what is in all likelihood the final round.
Yeah, I can't imagine this game ever lasting like longer than like 5 rounds with how rampy it is. I mean, that's
No,
cool.
It's supposed to last about 5 rounds. It's
That's
supposed
awesome.
to be a short game.
Yeah, I was definitely picturing, I don't know, kind of a more grindy sort of thing, but like all of a sudden you just got all this options.
Yeah.
And everything scales off of the number of cards you have. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it might be slightly too fast, like just slightly, but I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Man, I wish I had that problem.
All right, so then we go to John, and it's your turn.
All right. Let's see if I can figure out all the things that are going on here. Go search the beyond. See what shenanigans are here. Move a card from the dream to the beyond.
Yeah, the winning score is probably going to be like 150 or something, right? With the amount of stuff going on this turn.
It certainly could be. I'm going to guess it's at least 80.
There's no way they could score less this round than they did last round, is there?
Right, yeah, no way. I think they're going
No,
to score double the at least.
That's what I'm saying. This is,
Yeah.
this is going to be exponential kind of scoring almost.
Yeah.
That's a good point. It will definitely be more than they gained last round. So yeah,
That's what I mean. You can almost know when it's going to end because if anybody scores more than 25 points in a round,
Yeah.
basically you know the next round it's over.
Yep.
Right?
yep.
It's pretty
'Cause
cool.
no matter how many they have, they're going over.
But no one else will have a worm, Joe. So
It's true. And like I said, I think the other thing that I'm seeing right now, if we might do mid-game criticism, is that this thing doesn't seem to do anything really.
What
'Cause
doesn't?
it's so short. The random goal, right?
Oh, the variable goal. Yeah,
62 instead of 60. These guys, that's not going to mean anything to these guys.
that's true.
there are.
What I mean?
That is
it's like,
valid.
it's like a little bit of a pointless kind of feature there.
Yeah, there are things that do a lot more damage to reality or affect it by a lot more than 2 points, but they might need to affect it even more to be relevant.
Okay, I'm gonna use Beyond Calling, the most broken card, and get another nascent hero from the void.
All right.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, I see where this is going.
All right. Are we gonna break 200 this round? Let's see.
You might. You might.
Doesn't quite double, but it's just a lot of crap.
So is it whoever hits the required score first, or whoever has the highest at the end of that round?
Highest at the end of that round. Hitting the score will trigger endgame, but not till the end of the round.
Gotcha. Then I think I know who's going to win.
Oh shit! Did people take their free energy this turn? I don't think they did.
Oh, nope.
I did.
That's why I'm losing.
Well, you took it every other round, but yeah.
I'm using that as my excuse, man.
Yeah. No, I think that's
all right. I'm sorry. I it's a valid excuse, and that is exactly why you're losing.
Thank you.
All right, it is Dave's turn. Oh wait, you're still searching. I'm sorry. Oh no, you got the nascent hero. Okay. Yes, it is Dave's turn.
Haha. Okay.
Taking first player, making the
Gimme.
big moves.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right, Joe's turn.
Gathering some here. Some food.
I'll grab some red energy.
Your go again, Dave.
All right.
Should probably have been using Eskrill's ability, but
I'm gonna gather some will.
I just ignored it.
I'm also going to gather will.
That one lets you use neutral colors, so you can use the red one. And back to John.
I'll gather whatever the yellow one is.
Dave.
Well, go ahead and nightmare.
All right. Depriving other people of opportunities for shenanigans, presumably.
Well, duh. Good job.
It's reasonable.
So each dream deck has what, 3 copies of cards? Are there some things that are like rare, quote unquote, like that are only like one of in a deck or something?
Yeah, there's some that are one. I think the highest anything goes is like 5 or 6 copies.
Okay.
Some of the decks are very heavy on one type of thing, but
Okay.
usually 3 or 4 is the maximum I put in of a given thing. And there's supposed to be later when I work out the kinks a deck building aspect of this too, where you can make your own custom deck to bring into the game.
Oh, okay. I like that. You got like
But
all
then-
the genres in here.
But then they do get shuffled together, so I'm not sure if that's actually desirable. I need to think about it more and try it.
Mm-hmm.
So is
Interesting.
it whose turn is it now? Is it? I'm lost.
I think it is
Mine.
It went, so it's got to be.
Red. Okay.
is
Trying to
Red's turn.
do all the math to see like what I need to have and what I can get, etc. All right. So. Is there any way for me to get more red money right now?
So little inside stuff here. Greta is the newest of the identities that I've created, and some of the most broken cards we're seeing in this game right now are from Greta's deck, and I am definitely needing to evaluate some of that.
Is the nascent hero from Greta's deck?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Same thing with the Shamanic
like
Charismatist and
All
the
of
Chant
mine are
Leader.
from
Oh,
Greta's
okay.
deck.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Nathan Hero, pretty strong.
It is.
All right, let's see. So I have one. There's a little bit of math going on here.
Yeah.
So any way for me to get more red? Oh yeah, I was looking at Arise and see if there's anything that would be good there. I gotta look in the Beyond. Oh, does everything leave the Beyond? There's only
Yeah, there's only 3 cards there. Wow.
No, there aren't. Somebody should
Oh, it
stop
got split.
searching because it got split. And then if I do that, now
There
they're
we go.
together.
Thanks.
If you drop a card onto a deck that somebody is searching, it just creates another deck on top of it.
Oh, gotcha.
Tabletop simulator things.
Yep.
Do you have a physical copy of this game yet, or it's all digital testing so far?
Not yet. This one's full digital so
Cool.
far. It needs to be balanced a little bit better before I'm willing to shell out the money for a physical
Sure,
copy.
sure.
The game Reclamation, which is far more tested and I've been working on for 3 years,
Mhm.
I do have a physical copy of that.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I figured out what I'm gonna do. I'm going to Necromance. I will Arise and pay. Oh, it's Control that I'm paying?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Doesn't even cost me money. I think I want Cult of Hope, but let me just look through real quick. There's not a lot of cards that tap to add red. Yeah, I'll get a Cult of Hope. So I'll spend 3.
I'm trying to see what needs red.
And I can reanimate this guy.
All right. Reanimation has happened.
All right, Dave, your final yellow.
Goodness. Guess I'll just take some yellow.
Okay.
And then I have a final red action. All of these require... Oh, wait. Find order. It doesn't require red. So I will find order. To get 1 yellow.
Nice.
All right. Then we go to Dream, and Dave goes first, having seized first player.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't even know what to do, but you don't get to go first.
Fair.
Let's see. Yeah, there's no like cheap things to just chain together right now.
There might be. If you buy one, another one might come up.
Yeah.
But it's a little risky.
Problem is, I have no red.
Yeah, this is all red right now.
Crazy.
Yeah.
There's not much you can buy.
I'm gonna want it more. Oh no, wait, I can't afford that. Never mind.
You're mostly into yellows.
Yeah, bouncer or nothing.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with bouncer. Why am I so zoomed in?
Shall I flip the top card? Oh, hey.
Hey, well that's convenient.
Okay, now flip something that costs 2 blue.
Boom.
Oh god,
Wow!
Oh god, it's nice zero.
that card is so busted. I need to like double its cost at least.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't want to buy that.
Because you've got a... Okay.
Oh, you don't have 6 blue.
That's the main problem here.
But can you get to 6 with... Oh, you can. Sweet.
I can. So I'm gonna make my best attempt at breaking the score here.
Nice.
So
All right.
I'm gonna have to pass.
All right, Joe's turn. Yeah, you get to buy things. You can buy 2 things currently.
Just rearranging my stuff.
Want anything? Means do I control none? Want anything? I just want my worm.
All right,
1 minion.
Oh my god.
fair enough.
You're going to break
Are you passing?
300.
I'm passing.
All right,
Oh, what
we
do you
go.
do?
We go to John.
All right. Let's see. I'm
Joe's
definitely gonna
intentions while maintaining reality here are mysterious and
buy
mysterious.
the Cult of Hope from my secret zone.
All right,
Nice.
so you can buy 2 more things.
All right.
I'm
Do
gonna
a
start.
math here.
I'm gonna start typing up my notes for this because I
16.
already see a lot of problems.
Can you do that? 1, 2, 3. 2.
Yeah, I'll buy Nascent Hero.
Nice. You're going to activate 3 Nascent Heroes this turn.
That's the
Oh.
plan.
Oh my god.
And
Oh, goodness.
I'll want it more.
All right.
All right, that's my buys.
All right, then we go
Well, I
to
guess
the.
I could have one more because the Nascent Hero gives one for some reason. Let's see.
Let's see. 2, 3,
Damage.
6, 11.
This permanent. Well, I don't want to do any more math. I'll pass.
Yeah, I don't think you can afford 3 blue and still activate 3 Nascents.
I can tap the Shaman, Shamanic Charismatist, and the Chant Leader together.
Oh, the chant leader too. Okay, or the
Yeah.
okay.
All right, it is Dave's turn.
To activate
Is this
stuff.
the post stream? Right?
Yeah.
Where I get to activate everybody?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. My son had my attention. All right. Okay. I'm gonna tap for a control, tap for a control, tap for a control, tap for a control. And yeah, so that's
Those-
1, 2, 3, 4, 8.
And then yeah, Cult of Hope makes it 8. Yep.
Okay, tap this guy for 2 blue.
All right.
This guy for 2 blue.
All right.
And then use all of that for Nathan Hero.
All right. How many is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So that's 36 plus 1 from the Cult of Hope, so 37. So you should be at 95.
Okay. And then I'm gonna tap this. One permanent per person.
Yep.
That goes away.
My
Oh.
plan's crumbling to ruin.
Oh no! Only I won't say.
I have some pretty good redundancy though.
That one.
All right. So you gain blue, blue, red, red back.
I gain blue, blue, red, red. Okay.
Yep.
Well, that might actually work out okay.
This will go back into the game in
And
a second.
I apologize, Joe, but Idea Finder's got to go away too.
So you get the yellow back. And then these oldest two will go.
Tap the Dream Mines for 2 more control. And that only counts for minions, right?
Which one?
Minions.
Yeah,
Minions.
Cult of Hope does.
Only minions. Okay. And then I'm gonna tap this. Reality's gonna gain 2 more, and everyone's gonna lose 2.
All right. So that's.
I think
minus
that's
2.
everything I can do besides tapping this for 2 more.
And Joe actually has, for what it's worth, 7 that cannot be lost because they're on his cards.
Nice.
And John, did you lose 2?
Yep.
Cool. All right, so you're done.
I'm done.
Ah, you didn't break
99.
100.
You maxed out the counter. All right, so it's Joe's turn, and Joe, you get to take anything from the discard and put it into play.
Nice.
Take me forever to find this.
You want me to pull out the worm for you?
Love, isn't it? Yes.
All
And his
right,
brother and his sister.
here's the worm.
GG.
So
What did I
then
tap for that one?
you can activate the worm to gain 10 control. Everybody else loses 5, and reality takes 10 damage.
Nice.
Oh, those are yours. Shit.
Get anything? Did you say I got 10?
You get 10. So you go to 17. Everybody else loses 5, and reality goes to 54.
I almost won.
And then
5-1.
at the end of your turn, this goes to the bottom of the deck. It's a temporary worm, but it's a good worm. And then I think you're done. So it's
So what is the main phase?
that should say your world phase
Okay,
or
that's what I
something.
figured.
It is misworded, and I have notes to that effect.
Okay, cool. Let's see if I can get enough mana to do all the things I want to do. So if I do that, I need 18 to activate all my heroes. And I've got. I don't think I can activate. I'm trying to think whether I have enough to activate a Cult of Hope and still activate all my nascent heroes, but I don't think I will.
No, you're short
one shy.
of being able to do both.
Yeah, I'm 1 shy.
11. Yeah, spend
So-
3, gain 11. You'd have 17. Yeah.
Yep.
You can activate all 3 heroes, though.
Yes, I will do that. All right, I'm gonna start by activating Cult Leader, or this guy, and gain 10 blue. Sorry about that.
Physics in this never cease to amuse me.
Yep. Oh, I knocked my cards out of the way. All right. And so I just want Dave to know that before he removed my guy, my first tapping of Nascent Hero would have generated 69 points. So instead, it's generating 61, I believe.
Goodness.
Because it's 40 for my 10 minions, plus another 10 for each want it more, which would be 60. or 62, and then 1 for each Cult of Hope. So
So
62.
62.
Not bad.
All right. I see the writing on the wall here. So you're at 101 points. I don't think we need to put out control tokens anymore.
Do it again.
So that was 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I get another 100 from these, or 104 from these 2 Nascent Heroes.
You surpassed all our expectations.
Thanks.
I apparently did not control hard enough.
Yeah,
I'll get
things are clearly out of control at this point.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
That's another 22.
Yep.
So 227.
That looks like it.
All right. So there
Not
you
bad.
go. That's game.
That was very silly.
That did
was
get
actually
silly.
very enjoyable.
That was fun. Yeah, it's like clearly broken, but like broken in that fun kind of way.
I adore
Bad
any
Joe.
game that gives you the keys to go ahead and break it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's break this the game.
That's kind of the feel that I'm going for.
I
But
mean, it is
I
the
may have
universe.
overdone it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, this is the end of the universe as we know it, so might as well just have everything explode. I like it. Feels on brand.
I guess feedback time, right?
I'm gonna be right back real quick, and then I'll have some feedback. But
Yeah, I
something
think
else
I might stop the stream for feedback sesh, just because I have to bounce in a second.
Okay.
But I think for everyone that watches this video, thanks for tuning in. If you've got feedback, join us on our Discord server. And if you enjoyed this video, I don't know, share, like, and subscribe. And to everybody, happy winter solstice.
Happy holidays.
All right.
Thank you.
Festivus for the rest of us.